Hello everybody, Jet here, and welcome to what is going to be my Chaos campaign. Now, I've had a look through all of the lords. So we've obviously got Archon the Ever-Chosen, who gives me nice buffs, including extra damage for, Chaos Warriors, Aspiring Champion, and Chosen units, which is very nice. Extra hero rank for various units as well. Extra melee attack is not to be sniffed at. We also get extra income for raising settlements and minus 25% upkeep for certain things, which is very nice. We also start with Chaos Warriors and some Chosen. Kolek Sun Eater, who is a Dragon Ogre. He gets a bonus to Vigor loss and he reduces the Dragon Ogre's upkeep. Also, he does lots of things for his own army with them. And we've got Prince Sigvald the Magnificent. As you can see, he likes his hair there. So, you can raise and build shrines in favour of 4 Chaos Gods for different benefits. You get better relations with the Norse tribes, have you less leadership when fighting men. Cheaper things. The main thing is the Horde growth, which is a really big buff. However, I think I'm going to go for Archon the Ever-Chosen, simply because of this buff, and that's only his army actually.
For chaos.
Whereas this gets me a bigger horde, which means I can put a horde out quicker. Also, the extra speed for infantry units is very good. Obviously, you can get the others. Also, obviously, I get Chosen, 2 units of Chosen, and I get a Hell Cannon to start with. And Hell Cannons are the best artillery unit in the game. So I tell you what, I'm going for Prince Sigvald the Magnificent to start with. Now, various things for this, we can awaken tribes. We also spread chaos corruptions, and we've got a powerful roster of units and monsters. So let's jump straight into this, guys. Obviously, we'll let the guy do his talking. So we're an interesting character. I've not tried this character before. Pre-warning, guys, I'm not good at chaos, so this may be a short campaign. Anyway, we are running with a few mods at the moment. They will be mentioned in the comments. I'll go into them after this is finished.
Sigvald, the Dark Prince desires destruction and perversion of the world. Let it begin. You shall go into the lands of the mortals to spread fear and destruction. The Norse tribes to the west shall fall easily before you. Bind those willing to join your cause, and slay the rest. Further to the south lie the nations of men. They will resist your advance, and for good reason. You will bring them annihilation, mighty lord. Devour the mortal souls to bring the favor of the Chaos Gods. March forth and spread oblivion in their name.
Okay, so as I was saying before my advisor rudely interrupted me, guys. Right, I'm using various mods. So we're using the Steel Faith Overhaul for this one as well as the JR's Old World skill tree update. These will all be mentioned in the comments, guys, so you can see what I'm using. So our first objective is to raise or sack 4 settlements. Okay. Now, quite a nice starting army here. One thing I do want to do quite early is actually peel off a second lord, because having second lords peeled off is actually really beneficial for you, because you get a second horde growing quite early. They don't have to be doing much other than growing. We'll go for the Infernal Dominance Lord, and that's a Chaos Sorcerer, though. I want a Lord, so let's have a look. Aggressive, that's weapon strength, that's quite good. And obviously, these guys I can't quite get yet. What do I need to do? So, after sacrifice of 10 sets of captives after battle for Archon the Ever-Chosen, and we get him for constructing the Dragon Ogre building. Anyway, So to start with, we are just going to push. I've been asked to do lots of Infernal Dominance Lords by my followers, so we'll be doing that early. Anyway, so first things first, we are going to be walking this way. Now, we are a raiding faction, so we're going to have to do a lot of raiding to keep ourselves in income. And we have a lovely bonus to our growth here. However, it's very expensive for me to get new things, and obviously I want to be upping my raiding, and basically I want to be upping all of my income as much as I can quickly. And that is where having cheaper units in my army might have been a better idea, but that extra horde growth is really, really nice as well, because that means I get a bigger horde. Well, I upgrade my horde buildings earlier. Now I'll have to have a look through the horde buildings. See, there's a while since I played the Chaos campaign. Obviously, we also have the Steel Faith.
The will of the dark gods made manifest, mighty lord. Harness the gifts afforded to you.
Okay, so that's just telling us how to do things and what to do. Now, obviously, we're playing with Steel Faith Overhaul, so there might be various changes. I have not looked exactly what all these changes do, guys, because I want the fun of finding out. So, there you go, upkeep for all units, but it reduces strength. Yeesh. Also, we can get various ways of... so that ups melee defense. So do these balance each other out? So yeah, whereas that lowers melee defense. So these... Whereas that, oh no, these increase... Ew. What do these do? This lowers my movement range. However, makes my units cheaper. Now, upping these reduces the upkeep for the units. So as I go up through these, I reduce the upkeep for them. Which one is it gets me my... So this reduces... Well, that doesn't. So we'll have to work out how best to build our horde anyway. As we go on. Anyway, first things first. Let's hit here.
Kill them all.
And... Right, so we can raise this for Khorne, which gives us buffs. Or we can raise for Nurgle, which gives us growth. Or we can awaken the tribe, which become our vassal, which is also going to be very nice. And to start with, we're going to vassalize these guys. Now, do we get money from vassals? Yes, we get income from our vassals as well. So vassalizing all of these guys is actually quite good as well. First thing we're going to do is straight out Route Marcher. You could have probably guessed that, guys. Route Marcher is always going to be one of the early ones I do. Okay, so we do also reduce upkeep various things through these guys. So we've got a few marauders. We don't have too many marauders in here. Extra upkeep post battle and extra income from raising settlements, which we'll be doing later. To start with, I'm going to grab that one, just to reduce the upkeep a little bit. Actually, no, we're going to buff the post battle loot first, and we are going to switch stance and start raiding up here. Ooh, I want to build them up next, actually, because that's good. And these do buff the income I generate as well, which is quite useful. Though you're never gonna make out even, guys. You're gonna have to be raiding to build yourselves up. We do also get, this is one thing with the Steel Faith Overhaul, is I get various new units as well, guys. Like I believe Chaos Marauder Champions are them. So there's various new units in here, which I will see as we go on, guys, because you know, I don't want to spoil it too much because obviously it's new to me as well, so it's going to be a slightly different way of playing. All the other factions are also going to have new units though, so that's something for me to be wary of. Well, that's what I was looking at. Sorcerer, so that does buff up all the units in his army. He's a fire sorcerer as well. I'm going to get this, so we're going to get him out for an Infernal Dominance build. Now, his job to start with is just staying alive. He gets a Chaos Dragon long run. Does the Prince get a nice steed? No, he doesn't get a steed at all. So his job is to stay alive and grow. I'm not going to be putting things into his horde for the time being. In fact, what I might do is have him sailing around at sea, picking items up. Though if I do that, I do want to be careful because people will zerg out and try and chase him down. For some strange reason, they might not like me being nearby, you know. They've got this horrible thing about chaos. Okay. Imperial Peace AI setup. I assume this is something to do with the Steel Faith Overhaul then. We heard rumours that Kislev, the Emperor and the elected counts made a secret arrangement not to attack each other. Are those rumours true? Choose the rumours that are true to make all the Imperial factions in Kislev not attack each other for the rest of the campaign. This can lead to a different campaign experience. Choosing the rumours are not true will not change the campaign diplomacy. I'm not going to change that because that's going to make it a lot more difficult. And I'm already bad at chaos, guys. And chaos, I want the chaos. So we're going to have the rumours being false.
Your warriors live their lives on the march, mighty lord.
Okay, this is talking and just explaining how hordes work to us. Let's move on to Frozen Landing. Another nice easy auto for us here, guys. Oh, I lost some of my Warhounds. I'm not so fussed about that. Now, we can raise it. Who do we want to raise it to? I'm going to raise it to Nurgle to increase my growth for a few turns. And we put up a shrine to Nurgle, and we've gained ourselves a nicer boost to our growth for a few turns. And next turn, we're actually going to spend a turn or two building ourselves up. Okay, so he's obviously got a really nice tree. Obviously, we're going to go down this tree first, guys, because my Chaos Warriors need to be stylish. I think that's a very important, nothing to do with buffs it gives them. They just need to look good in battle. Being an ex-Royal Naval officer, I can tell you that the key thing to winning any battle is looking good.
You have my promise.
Honestly, that is... Anyway, I'm not going to go on about that too much. I might get in trouble. Okay, so we're going through to our next turn. And obviously we're going to be going up against some dwarfies next, so hopefully we'll be able to get some nice raiding income from them. We are going to switch ourselves to an encampment stance to build ourselves up. And we are going to push this up, which will help increase our income. How much growth? I've only got 2 surplus population at the moment. But upping this is going to help us. You are going to keep on exploring this way. We could just wander up into the Chaos Wastes, but I'm not sure there's much there. But there is somewhere. Where is it? Somewhere around here. Is it here? Is it further in the north? There is apparently the ruins, and you can see them of a of an ancient dwarven hold, which is where the Chaos Dwarves live, but I'm not entirely sure. Might be here, but that looks very orky. Which a lot of people think is where the Chaos Dwarves will be when they get put in. Okay, so we're going to keep this guy exploring, picking up buffs and cash. And we're going to push through these dwarfs next, though we're going to build up a bit beforehand because the dwarfs can be a bit tricky. These dwarfs, I do feel sorry for this dwarven faction because, let's be honest, They never last long, and they are never going to last long. So let's replace my Lost Warhounds, and let's get myself some more Marauders out. I've only got a recruitment capacity of 2 at the moment. Oh, we've got a Sea Corps behind us. Bit of extra favour, so our cash is favour, and extra experience for him. So obviously we've got an infernal dominance build, so our guys already get extra. Now he is a fire mage, so he gets some very fun spells. Oh, and we've got various different marks. We'll look at those when we can get them anyway. Oh, and I can make him immortal. That's good. That's from the community hotfix. I thought that was hidden then for a bit. Now these things are also good for my actual main armies, because obviously extra income from raiding and things is always very good. As well as, do we have... Ooh, so we can up our recruitment capacity. And now that's good. -8 upkeep for units. So we're probably going to want to push down this tree on all of our guys to start with. Anyway, to start with, we're going to start throwing out his army buffs. We can... yeah, his army buffs to start with for when we do that. And you can keep sailing through the ice this way. You see, this is why I'm building up. The dwarves have quite a big army there. I do want to be ready to deal with when I have to. Now, the other thing Chaos has, unlike the Beastmen guys, when I was playing as them... Well, that's interesting. If I can get them to chase him off, I can then march into their lands a lot more unopposed, guys, which will be helpful. Once he's built up enough, he will come and start building up his horde, and we'll get another lord off doing that. Right. I want to keep recruiting, actually. Let's get some more guys out. And you can keep going this way. You see, up here is the Chaos Wastes, where there really isn't much. Other than lots of skulls in the rocks. End turn again. And yes, they're chasing me off. So actually, I don't want to get caught. But that's not necessarily a bad thing, guys. Because that's going to allow me to invade their territory much more successfully, actually. So, okay. Income from raising settlements next. You can keep on double timing it this way. Worst comes to worst, we'll flee up into the Chaos Waste. I'd prefer not to do that if I can help it. Right. I'm in raiding stance because I don't take attrition in raiding stance, and we're going to hit here. And hopefully we're going to turn them round. Whoa! So we've got a Skaven clan here in Hell Pit. Oh, this is a new territory they've put in. I've not seen this territory yet. So this is one of the Skaven holds where they spew forth onto the world from. There's quite a lot of Skaven there, so I want to be a bit careful. Though obviously the Hordes of Chaos can deal with them relatively easily. However, I don't think the Skaven know they are, but they do. Do they know? One of you guys might know better. Do the Skavens know that the Great Horned One is a Chaos God, or do they not know that? Because they do seem like the sort of people who could be tricked quite easily. Obviously, I want these guys to do well, because if these guys do well, that's going to help me, though they may well get stamped on very, very early on. Ooh, we've leveled up again. So our guys are becoming very stylish. This is also good. I want to get unworthy because that makes my lord cause terror, which is good. And that's also very good. That's very good, making his army a lot cheaper as well.
Dominance.
Let's hit this little dwarfy settlement. Another nice easy auto for us, guys. I do apologise for me not getting to fighting many battles here. And you can see this hell cannon straight away, 66 kills, guys. So, oh, and we've got extra speed. I'm going to give that to my chosen halberds so I can use them to intercept people. And again, see, that is good. However, we're going to take the growth again. It's horde growth. Horde growth is always useful, guys. So we are making ourselves very stylish now. And no, I don't want Born to Serve. I want Driven by Lust to make my army slightly cheaper.
Despoilers come. The Dark Prince wishes.
We're only going to go into that for one turn.
You need a boon. Moving now.
You can keep on moving.
Never stop.
Okay, I'm going to keep on going around looking for more places. As I said, at some point he will return home to build up, but I'm going to let him build himself up first. Now, the only thing which might have been beneficial about having all of the Empire factions become friends with each other is very simply that it would have meant they'd have probably been able to fend off the vampires. And they are potentially going to have huge problems with vampires, but that's not my problem. I don't mind them falling, though I don't like fighting vampires, so maybe I should. Okay. How have they captured this settlement? Oh yeah, you can capture any settlement now, but it's an outpost, so in the same way as before. Okay, so we've gained a mission. Eliminate the following lord in battle. This is for glittering scales. So we will be going after him shortly anyway. Let's switch to encampment stance. Build ourselves up a bit more. How far are we off our next thing? Oh! Marauder at cavalry with throwing things, and up here we've got Chaos Marauder Champions, which are quite nice as well. So I could go into this one. It also gives me cheaper Marauder units, but also upping this tree is also very good.
I foresee destruction.
There's lots of different trees, which unsurprisingly are all very good.
Let's be about this. Very well, I'll move. Moving now.
Ooh, that's our issue though. We are going to be skint very shortly, so actually let's start raiding. Next turn. So next turn we'll start raiding and we'll force those dwarves out into a battle. Our marauders should be our chosen should be quite good at dealing with them, as well as our artillery, obviously.
The rival power desires a change in your mutual relations.
Straight out, no. I've no need for a non-aggression pact at the moment. We're gonna let all this fighting continue. All of these Skaven places spewing forth are probably what's really changed the balance of the game quite a bit. They are quite cool, however, having all of these places around, because Skaven are a major thing. Okay, so the Chaos Gods take notice of their champion, but rarely do they act in accord. Khorne demands slaughter, but Tajik, I'm pronouncing that horribly wrong, Tajik orders a more subtle approach. Furblood God gives us extra attack. Or the Changer's Way. Oh, that's very nice. That's cheaper upkeep. So actually at the moment, I'm going to take the upkeep. And that allows us a little bit more time to build up. We're going to start raiding here, which is good. And you are going to keep looking out. And hopefully what we can do is we can pull the dwarves out of their settlement. I don't particularly want to be fighting them in their settlement if I can help it. Now this is the downside about having my second horde, because that has increased my army upkeep. Every lord you get increases your army upkeep by a percentage, so
Are you a god? I'll move, I suppose.
So we're keeping raiding these guys at the moment. As I said, I want to pull those dwarves out into a battle. If not, we're just going to sneak around and we're going to hammer their other settlement. And here they come. Eek. Let's fight this, guys. See how this goes. This is not a great odds for me, actually. Maybe I should have waited on that other lord for the time being, but... you know, this is how we learn. They're attacking me, so I'll let them come to me. Yeah, this isn't a great battlefield for me, actually. See, we've got my really tough units here. My Chaos Warriors and my Chosen. My Lord himself is a melee Lord. He is very shielded, so he's going to block 70% of all arrow fire. And obviously our Hell Cannon, which is epic. And the men themselves are really quite tough. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a Marauder Corps, which are slightly weaker. And we're going to have our large units on the edges to flank. Obviously my units of Chosen are far smaller, but they are far more elite. I could do the other... no, we're going to do that. And these guys are going to sit off and hide in the woods here. They are going to ideally sneak around the back. These guys over here. And my lord. Slap bang in the middle. And this gives the Hell Cannon longer to shoot. And this is one of the most devastating artillery pieces in the game. Which will be good. They've got... I'm more worried about these guys' range than anything, to be fair. Oh, I'm losing sight of them. That is annoying. And we're engaging. Ooh, and we've got buffs. So actually, let's buff yourself up. What does this one do? That increases my speed and vigour. I'm not that fussed about that. And you see straight away that did a huge amount of damage to that unit. Let's start hitting some of their other units. So the dwarfs with great weapons. Actually, not so fussed about them. Even though this is a single shot unit, it is... the damage it does is huge when it hits. Bang. So we're gonna spread this around liberally, actually. Oh, up here where there's lots of them together. And it is a very accurate piece of artillery, usually. Here we go. We will countercharge shortly. Right, we actually want to get our countercharge on now. You guys can all charge straight over here. This isn't actually a counter charge. This is just a charge. You can fire at will. What we want to do is point you that way. You guys can charge into their backs. My lord can go for their lord. We are going to suffer in the centre here. That's why these guys need to really hammer through. Oh god, I forgot, these guys aren't actually melee units, are they? However, we can use them. No, oh, this is going to be tricky actually. Because the dwarf units are actually fairly good in melee. Right, let's get these chosen moving around. You guys can hammer into the sides here.
What the master's bid.
You guys can hammer into there. That's what we want to do. We want to fold this in slowly, though we are suffering massively in the centre.
Attack the mortal.
Killing their lord will help us, so get you guys over here, slamming into the back of here. Actually, you guys can all hammer in over here. You guys can pull out. I don't want to get engaged. You guys don't want to get squished. The chosen can turn and finish them off. Keep hammering in here. You guys can all turn and fold in here. Now you guys can turn and hammer into this unit. You can turn and shoot them. You can turn and fold back in. I don't want you chasing. I want my chosen properly involved. Ooh, he's suffering. I'm gonna pull my lord out actually.
Marauder horsemen. Yes, chieftain.
We can up his damage again. Get that, and we're breaking them, and we're going to shatter this army now.
Chosen. Moving.
Let's keep chasing now.
Yes, Lord.
So my chosen did take some losses, but that said, they did nicely, so so my chosen halberds have a lot less people. These guys are juggernauts. Okay, that's a Steel Faith Overhaul. So some of these are Steel Faith Overhaul. So they're high resistance to hit reactions, knockback resistance, so they can attack unimpeded, and endurance will allow them to resist fatigue throughout the battle. Whereas these guys don't have that. However, all the Chaos Warriors get them too. What isn't broken here? Ah, this unit. There are some things over in the corners which aren't completely broken, but they're all running. What? Come on, let's just hammer this guy. As soon as the Hell Cannon engages, boom, and that's it. Let's let my doggies finish them as they get hit by my own Hell Cannon. So letting your Hell Cannon hit your own units, guys, is a bad idea, by the way. Does happen occasionally. And that, 121 kills, and my chosen great weapon with halberds, 124. So that was very good. Ooh, slaughter or favour. We've already got 3k from that, so we're going to slaughter them because we obviously want to get we want to get the ever chosen as quickly as we can as well. Oh, he's pulled back into a nice safe location. Oh, that's annoying, actually. And so what we probably really want to do long run with this is we want to have a few raiding hordes which are light and fast, and they're basically their job's not to get into combat, and our main hordes to destroy things, though that might be the wrong way to play them. What is the garrison here like? So I'm actually going to avoid here for the time being, and we're going to skirt around the edge. Anyway, we're not going to do anything just now because we're going to be ending this session here. So thank you very much for watching, guys, and I do hope you've enjoyed this.